Hello, Karen Burniston here with a sneak peek of our winter 2018 release. I think in the 9 years I've been designing dies that I've never released this many at one time. There are 18 dies in this collection. And as always, you can check out all of my dies at karenburniston.com. I've had so many requests for a new 3-tier cake, and this one I think you're going to love. It really does assemble quite simply, and it makes just such a spectacular card. Accessory dies to go with the cake include a nice big script happy birthday. You can see that actually on the sample card. There's a set of numbers, and those numbers are sized to fit atop the cake just perfectly, or you can use them with happy birthday so that you can say, happy 2nd birthday, happy 90th birthday. And then there's an add-on set of cake trims that are sized to perfectly fit the cake, but you can also use them as standalone borders. Coffee-themed cards are so popular, and this pop-up coffee cup is really impressive. Plus it has slots on the back that will hold a standard-size gift card. There's also an accessory die that goes with the coffee cup pop-up, and that is the new coffee charms. And those work well for the fronts of cards when you're doing coffee cup pop-ups, but also they'll fit in the charm accordion. Tons of possibilities with this next one, which is the pop-up castle. Now, I decorated it on the packaging for a little princess, but it would work great, of course, for your little knights and princes as well. That's the beauty of die cutting, as theme is always up to you, and it also makes a great sand castle. Accessory dies that work great with the castle include a big script Happily Ever After, which also works wonderfully with the cake when you're doing wedding cakes. And if you have a castle, obviously you're going to need a princess and a mermaid for those sand castles, and then there's also a knight and a dragon. And then of course you're going to need words to go with that castle. So there is a word set 5 royalty, and you can actually mix and match the different phrases to make all sorts of possibilities. So now let's head to the beach and look at the palm tree pop-up. This one's going to work great in both your side fold cards and your top fold cards, and it comes with a little hammock too, so you could actually do 2 trees in one top fold card and then just string that hammock between them. Great accessories for your palm tree pop-up would be the tropical scene, which also makes fantastic just generic borders. Then you've got the sea animals, and that has a little crab, a shark, and a sea turtle. And then don't forget your princess and your mermaid. That mermaid's going to work great with all of the sea things. Okay, the first 4 interactive dies were pretty specific, so now I'm going to show you 2 that are extremely generic. This die set is called the Spinner Square, and it is so generic. It just has various squares and a spinning arm, and whatever you put on it is going to pop out from behind your square, or you can even swap out the square to something else. So it is extremely generic, plus you'll be able to use all of those squares on your other projects. And then a refresh and a re-release on one of my most popular dies, the Fancy Label Accordion die set. So this one is exactly the same as the licensed version, other than just a couple little freshens on the decorator pieces, but substantially the same. It's exactly the same size. So that means if you have any frame edges or anything that fit your previous Fancy Label accordion, those would fit this one as well. The fancy Flourish frames will fit that fancy accordion just perfectly to decorate the pages, but also you can just use them as standalone frames, and they will also fit on the previously licensed version of the Fancy. And then the final new die in the collection is the Outdoor Scene. And this is just a great generic die set for really any of the pop-ups, both in this release and the previous release, or even just on its own. So it's got evergreen trees, a nice deer, a few birds, and some clouds. Look for these new dies to be available in stores starting February 2018, and you'll also find them on karenburniston.com. Thanks for watching.